Sorry, she never came and got her sandwich in her bedroom. Really? Top of the morning to you Lumberjack hockey fans, coming to you live from New Hope Holiday Tournament 2025. Your Lumberjacks against the Warriors. And we're just getting through warm-ups here. The clock just started, so 6:45 left here in warm-ups. Give you a quick view of the Warriors here. Got it still making some last-minute adjustments here. Let's go like this. Still waiting for my color commentator to come in to play here. Oh, good, you guys made it. Always good to see you, bro. Yeah. Right now you're on camera unless my color guy shows up, so stand by.
How was the night?
Hold on. Mendota Heights. Two Rivers. All right, we're back at you, everybody. 2:50 on the warm-up clock. Give you the bench cam here. Except the bench cam keeps twirling just a titch. Seems to like that angle, so we're going to see how that works.
All right. Check, check.
Bench cam looks froze.
Check,
Boy,
check.
am I happy you fixed all that sound, TJ. That's awesome.
Check, check.
Do I get audio from what?
Can you hear me?
I was.
Check, check.
Yeah,
Hello.
I got you.
Yeah.
You got me?
No, I'm not getting any audio through. This should be my.
That goes into your headset. I know that.
This one should be mine, right?
I think so, yep.
Because I'm 2.
Yep.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
I'm.
No, it just doesn't see.
Oh, it just adds a little. There you go. A technicality spot.
Yeah.
See, I got to see why bench cam's not working.
Check, check, check. Hello. Check, check. All right, welcome back. There we go. So we want to be about maybe a 5. La la la. All right. Check, check. 1, 2. All right. All right, audio should be good. I think like 5 is about as high as you would want to go.
Okay.
And so you don't get inundated with that background noise.
All right, everybody, both teams getting ready at their respective starting points or cheer spots. And we're about ready to get the JV game underway here. So we've got
Hello.
2 Rivers. You're on the varsity game. He's out.
I won't be here for varsity.
I kicked him out.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go to the mall or something.
So 2 Rivers here. We're getting the introductions.
When there's room. Yeah.
So 2 Rivers here in their dark away black jerseys trimmed in gold and red. Black helmets, black socks, black jerseys. Looking sharp. $16 players, 2 goalies, so 14 skaters. $15 for the Jacks with 2 goalies, so 13 skaters. Byron starting out in the net for the Jacks. Run again on D. O'Brien's their partner, so run again O'Brien to start on defense. Pemberton starting the center line here. I wonder if that means Carlson's out. She was coughing and not feeling well. And Fuller and Larson as your wingers. I believe we're going to get an anthem here. Nope.
Let's play hockey. They probably do an anthem for the first game.
This is the first game.
Of the day?
Yeah. I've been here since 11:30.
Oh,
first game.
Interesting. Yep. I wonder why that would be.
I don't know. That's a good question.
There should have been an 11 o'clock
Because it's just
game.
the tournament, I guess.
Yeah.
So now you're a little frozen.
My camera view is frozen?
Yeah.
You want me to unplug and...
I think that might not hurt.
Okay.
Let's make sure. Well, the unplug and plug's not going to do much. Let's.
Oh, that's not?
That's just power.
Oh.
Let's make sure you didn't get bumped off the Wi-Fi. No, you're connected to the Wi-Fi. Share camera.
Is the iPad live?
Yep.
Okay.
Should be good there. So Two Rivers starting out with it here. Bear with us, everybody. I had all this working and live set up, ready to go, and now it is waiting. Let me have a look there.
Yeah, Bemidji gets...
And I think if you push that white button, then you're going to pop up live. And you are good to go.
All right.
So we got her back, everybody, and it's blue again for some reason. By the way, TJ, I spent about 20 minutes with the guys running the joint around here, and they have informed me that, their Wi-Fi is just this crappy.
Yeah.
So I tried to get here early. I was over there. I was trying to hook up to their main internet, and nothing but not good. All right, so Two Rivers has it in their own zone here. Wongberg and George out there from the varsity squad. So they sending us a few helpers again. Knutson out there as a forward. Frank and Winkler looks like on defense now. Picked up by George. She had a goal yesterday. George chips it in off the wall. Yeah, drags it from behind the net, looking for somebody to pass to. Kind of lost the handle. And kept in by Frank, and it looks like George might be getting 2 minutes for a checking.
Boy, it should be George. She had the puck. Man, boy, just
tough call there.
Right after she came off. So she also had an assist yesterday in the varsity game. And so with those two, Doug, most likely just playing the first period, talking about Wongberg and George. So they've got 4 periods between the JV and the varsity that they can play today. And so they'll likely want to keep them for the entire varsity game. So that makes them eligible for 1 period in the JV. So we see them here in the first period. And then they'll likely rotate in 2 other players in the second and the third periods. Lumberjacks fighting for position at center. That's Wongberg, far side. Gets picked up by Two Rivers, dumped back into the zone. And Lumberjacks stop it back behind their own net and force it back out of the zone the other way, and Two Rivers has to retreat. Offensive zone here for the Lumberjacks, stuck in their own corner, their own hash mark now. And Two Rivers once again. Two Rivers early on in this hockey game, Doug, has done a good job of just taking possession away from Bemidji. A much different start than what Bemidji had yesterday against Hastings.
With those quick 2 early ones.
Yeah, and Two Rivers, not getting a lot of strong shots on net, but they are just able to kind of control play and keep bringing it back in the offensive zone. Looks like Two Rivers has a size advantage over Bemidji here as well, just kind of looking through their roster.
Possibly a bunch of farm girls.
Yeah.
What did they?
1 minute left.
What did they get George for?
I didn't look. I didn't see. Yeah, we can grab that in the intermission. But still a minute left in the penalty kill for the Lumberjacks. 5-4 advantage here for Two Rivers. And the face-off, instead of in the zone, they're going to make it back at center ice.
Yeah, Fuller taking the draw on the penalty killer. So Fuller and Larson are your killers. Melcher picks up behind the net. She throws it up the wall. Larson chips it off the wall. Gets it all the way up ice. Fuller's going to go in on the forecheck. Around the horn they go.
Well.
Two Rivers throws it up ice, and that's a roller, so that might waved off. And O'Brien gets it out to the neutral zone. Two Rivers now into the slot. Save Byron. And Melcher gives it a whack, but unable to get it out of the zone. O'Brien does get it out of the zone, but just barely. I sure would like to see them just rip that as hard and far as they can. That lollygag pass never seems to go so well.
Yep.
So George is out of the box. Two Rivers going for it. George looking to get somewhere. She's got Wongberg with her. Wongberg trying to drive the net, picks it up. Oh, good save by the goalie.
Yeah,
nice drive to the net by Wongberg.
Yeah, good job by Maddie to kind of just pass that off the boards to herself, and then she gets this quick centering pass over to Wongberg, sliding coming through the slot.
Runnigan going to throw back in deep to George, who centers. Novak there gets a shot off.
And unfortunately, the puck came to her on her backhand, so she had to switch it over to her forehand in order to get the shot off.
George gets a little bit of a crumble. And that one's going to come out to center where Runnigan will pick it up. Wongberg throws it into the near corner. I do like it when you go to the opposite corner.
Better job on that possession there for the Lumberjacks to try and hold the zone. Shifting on the fly here.
Runnigan on the far wall.
Seem a little bit more settled down now. You're a couple of minutes in.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Getting their feet under them. So the girls spent the morning out at Ridgedale Mall getting a little shopping in as a team. Boosting the economy a little bit. Pemberton goes in, so missing Carlson, who wasn't feeling very good last night and this morning. So her not centering that top line tells me she might be either at home in bed or dressed. I don't see her over there. This one to Grand, over to Knutson. Knutson looking to shoot. Oh, off the post.
Geez.
Goalie was screened, had no clue that was coming in.
I think that deflected off the defender's skate. And
otherwise
then
it might have gone in.
Yeah, it just missed that outside post.
Nice drive by Knutson. And Two Rivers throws it up ice, arms up. And that's icing on Two Rivers. Nicknamed the Warriors. Shots are 3-2 in favor of Bemidji. That's basically what I got. So it looks like George, Two Rivers wins or controls the draw here. Nice solid play by Frank again. Picked up by George. George splits the D, turns to the forehand, lost the puck. And George is going to play it. Looks like circle behind her own net. Oh, that's frozen, no good. Here comes Frank, one-on-one, going wide, got loose, shot, nice save by the goalie. It's out front, and must still be loose. Now I think she got it.
Yeah, 39 for Two Rivers. The defenseman came in, and as that rebound came loose, Bemidji was there and for it, but right as she went to swipe at the puck, it would have been open. 39 came in, was able to lift her stick, and so Bemidji didn't get the shot off there, but a nice job just on the breakaway to be able to make that goalie make a move, give up that rebound, and give you that second opportunity. But just a good defensive play by Two Rivers to keep Bemidji off the scoreboard.
As they turn up ice here, 3-on-2. Melcher and Frank. Melcher drives her wide, now behind the net. Still looking for somebody to pass to. Larson, Fuller, and Pemberton are now your forwards. Frank's going to go for a skate, kind of lost the handle. And puck's going to have to be found behind the net. Byron plays it, leaves it for Melcher. Melcher's going to have to try again. Throws up off the wall. That goes off a skate. Now she tries to get up to Larson, but picked up by Two Rivers. That shot goes wide left to Byron. They try to center. Larson's going to try and get there, but Two Rivers is going to keep it in. Although here we go. Oh, trying to stretch out Fuller, who's now one-on-one. 3 chasers behind, rips it. That one went high off the glass.
Yeah, kind of collided with the defender's stick coming in, but she just made the decision to go for that snapshot. Doug, that was a good hard shot. Sliding in, probably high slot coming in and approaching the circles. Goes just a bit high, but that's that type of shot that if you can get that to bounce off the goalie, then you can wrangle up your own rebound.
And high was working for us yesterday. Byron throws it towards the net. Now Wongberg with it from behind. Wongberg tries to wrap around to Novak. Kept it in by O'Brien. Novak and Grand are your other forwards. O'Brien picks it up at the hash mark. Tries to center, picked off by Two Rivers. Wongberg with it now. She tries to go down, and that's going to get Two Rivers a quick penalty. Wongberg throws it back to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to go D to D, and that's the extent of that.
Yeah, Bemidji had just pulled Byron off as well for the extra skater. George was trying to get in there. Unfortunately, that pass from the near side post or the near side point was just a bit slow. Allowed Two Rivers to jump back on top of it. Nice job to draw a tripping penalty, though. That just comes from a quick move of getting inside, and that defenseman not in a position to defend that, so sticking that stick out there, gets a bit loose with it, and gets it underneath the skate. And gets
so power play opportunity here for the Jacks. That one goes Winkler over to Frank. Frank's going to wrap it in deep to George, who tries to center and just goes off the stick of Winkler, and she's going to have to come out here and regroup.
Miscommunication.
Two Rivers throws it towards the net where Frank will pick it up. Looking for George.
Yeah, just a bit off here.
George might be able to get a step here, trying her best. Halfway decent no call there. Both players were fighting for the puck. And Two Rivers is going to throw it out to center. Frank's going to slingshot around her own net. That one's off a Grand stick. Got to catch those breakout passes.
Yeah, Bemidji played real well yesterday with that. It was one of their strengths, was that passing and then receiving, right? That's the other important part. Can you catch those long passes and keep yourself in stride?
This one off to George. And over to Two Rivers. Picked off by George. With a little energy. Tries to drop it to Fuller. She got the shot off.
I don't know how she did.
That was in tight. Yeah. Handcuffed her. Frank out front. George tries. Wait, that's Wongberg.
Yep. She had time and she had the patience to be able to stick handle that and control it in and get a better shot on that backhand, except it just went wide of the post.
Frank driving the net. Shot. Goalie got a piece of that one. Tipped it up high off the glass. Wrapped up. That's kept in by Larson. Kept in by Larson again. Larson steals. Both teams back to full strength. Oh, and Pemberton didn't see it. So this one comes all the way back to Winkler, who gives it off to Frank. Novak and Larson. Over to Larson. She tips it in deep. And Frank goes down. No call.
Boy, that was right in front of the official, too.
How did they not see that one? Back to O'Brien. Throws it off the back wall. Frank's off on a change. Out comes Runnigan. Two Rivers throws it up ice. That one's played by Byron. Runnigan's going to throw it off the wall. Gives it to Novak. Novak tries to wrap it in deep. And here comes Runnigan. Onto the backhand, onto the forehand. Shot. Good save by the goalie. She's looking for it.
Yeah, Runnigan, a defenseman for the Lumberjacks here as well. So good job there, just kind of seeing an open puck and then splitting the defenders. And that's aggressiveness that puts you into that position there, Doug, as she comes off, just identifies a bit of a lane to get in, and then able to split through and get a good quality shot back on net. Lumberjacks out shooting Two Rivers here this afternoon, 5-2 so far. But I tell you, Bemidji, they look just a bit off.
Passes aren't being caught. Plays crisp.
There's a few different possessions where they will do where they look good, but otherwise just look just a bit off.
Face off just to the right of the Two Rivers goalie.
So the positive thing with that, though, is that certainly if you can get things together, you can grab yourself the advantage.
0-0 still your score. 3:31 to go here in the first. George trying to chase it down. That one's going to come out to O'Brien. Runnigan's going to be the first one there. Up to Novak. And Two Rivers sends it back in. Now Two Rivers looking to go behind the net. Tried to center. And Byron says, give me a whistle. Yeah, a little discombobulated here. Only 8 shots.
Yeah, it seemed just a bit, a step off. Something probably would have expected more to see yesterday after the long bus trip.
Or the long night with the girls staying up later than they probably should have.
Could be, yeah. All the girls in the hotel rooms.
Could have had something to do with it. Out front,
and
nice block shot, save Byron.
Yeah. Boy, that puck came loose right between the circles, and then Two Rivers was just Johnny on the spot, right? Good spot, but get the shot off, and Byron got a good look at it, was able to square up, get that whole body there, and then hang on for the save.
Yeah, hit her right in the old center mass. Two Rivers again, shot. That one's up over top of the net. This is going to be Wongberg to grab it. She throws it up to Fuller. Hits Larson. Larson going wide. Fuller's back.
Pass.
Shot. Oh, got blocked. Chipped.
Yeah.
That was a great pass. That's how it's supposed to look. Maybe they're warming up. Two Rivers trying to gain the blue line. Nice play by Melcher. Fuller then picks it up. Makes a quick move. Still sees Larson. Threads the needle over there to her. Larson trying to go wide, get a jump. He tries that same centering pass, and Two Rivers.
That might be on net. Nope. That'll be icing.
Says, give me a whistle and get the icing.
Yeah, Two Rivers certainly needed that. Warriors getting caught back on back-to-back odd man rushes coming through the zone. So they got that on the icing call and then switched up all 5 skaters.
So Pemberton, Knutson, and Grand. Knutson goes down. O'Brien out on defense. Hits it over to Frank. Frank tipped out front, hit the defense. Nice hard shot.
Yeah, getting
Grand
good
with a nice pressure.
Bemidji's getting good opportunities. Just defenders are getting in the way.
Knutson tries to throw in towards the net. Goes in the corner, picked up by Grand. Centers it out to O'Brien. Top of the slot. Nice save. Knutson gives it a whack.
Look at that.
Back out to O'Brien. She goes backhand, back in deep. Nice play by O'Brien to keep that in the zone.
And that rebound came loose over on the near side and Bemidji had players on the far side. So just, puck bounces to the wrong spot.
Again, nice work by Grand. But now Two Rivers gets it out for the Warriors. Frank trying to drive wide on the backhand. Still on the backhand. Now she turns out to O'Brien. Had a great shift. O'Brien throws it, hits the D. And they whack it back out to center with a minute left in the period. Up ice, try to get it to Novak. Two Rivers has some speed going here. Frank's going to go get it. 44 to go. Frank sees the real estate she likes. Towards the slot, over to Novak. Out front. Back over to Novak. Shot, that hit the D. And now the Warriors are going to try and get it up ice, and they do with 18 seconds left. That should about put a stamp on the first period here. Frank dishes it around back to Runnigan with 10 to go. Now up to Novak, who threads it over. 5 to go. They do have time. 4 to go. Drop pass. Shot. Oh, off the goalie at almost the buzzer. Nice pass.
I think it went off her helmet.
Looking for the buzzer beater.
Yeah, nice hard shot. So you look at shots on goal here. They got on the scoreboard 9-3, Doug, and just some reflections in comparison to yesterday, in which Hastings did a good job in that game against Bemidji of carrying the offensive zone and throwing pucks towards net, but Bemidji kept kind of collapsing and taking away those shooting lanes. So even though there was a lot of pucks coming through, they weren't getting to the goaltender. I'm seeing that on the other side here. So Bemidji doing a good job getting in that offensive zone, getting some good passes. But those shots aren't quite making it through. When they do get there, then Two Rivers is, yeah, and then it is this year's, yeah. Yeah. So Two Rivers just being able to block those shots. Goaltenders coming up big with some shots on net.
Yeah, their goalie had quite a nice couple of saves there.
Yeah.
All right, about 12 seconds here in the quick intermission. They'll do the ice resurface after the first.
We were doing a sweatshirt comparison here for the Army-Navy game. This is, the official.
Did you go to the game?
I didn't go, no, but I like to grab.
Nice.
It's usually pretty sharp apparel that they'll have for the games.
Is this one not reconnecting?
So here in the second, what I'd like to see, Doug, is Bemidji did a good job of just kind of getting stronger as the game wore on, right? So, look, just a little off in that first half of the period, but the second half, boy, really carried play and threw a lot of pucks on net. But now you're going to switch up your personnel just a bit because Wongberg and George probably won't play here in these next two periods. Shot on net from Lexi Fuller from the near side circle, and the goaltender for Two Rivers able to square up and get a good save on it.
Always good to get that early shot, then finish out the first period with that line. So Pemberton, Larson, Fuller, O'Brien, and Runnigan here.
Yeah, I don't see George and Wongberg on the bench.
I know there was talk of Baki joining us. And yesterday it was also Lossing. Back up front, O'Brien throws it towards the net, gets a good quick shot off. Back to Runnigan, back over to O'Brien. Over
pass.
To Fuller, kind of handcuffed her.
But I mean, I like identifying the play that's there. So, sometimes you're not always going to connect on the pass, but just the fact that you see the play,
right,
and then make the attempt, that's where that growth comes from.
Having that vision.
Yeah.
Fuller and O'Brien. Fuller's going to rip it. Shot and a goal! So the Jacks come first. Fuller had a few shots in a row here. They didn't get anywhere, and she finally buries one in the twine.
Yeah, and the biggest difference maker in that play is you have Issa O'Brien, your defenseman for Bemidji at that near side post, but she jumps all over that odd man rush. So you have Fuller with the puck on the near side, and O'Brien immediately crashes the net, gets between those two circles. And so now the goaltender see those two problem sets coming at her, and now that splits your vision, and now your attention's going there as well. So O'Brien getting down there in front of the crease, her hustle is what helps connect on that goal for Fuller.
For sure, having that other body in there just to make them think that it could go that way. Just a little distracting. So nice job by the Jacks to score first here. We'll get that up on the board for you. There we go.
Yeah, and that's a play where O'Brien won't show up on the stat sheet. But certainly it's one that contributes, to that goal happening.
Definitely.
2-on-1.
Oh,
my goodness.
Malkowski just had a glorious opportunity. So O'Brien did get the assist, but the assist was up here at the blue line.
Yeah.
And then she got the pass off and still went to the net. So she should get the assist plus. All right, Baki and Malkowski now here to help.
Yeah, so they're playing in this period from the varsity.
So Baki along the far wall.
They usually play on the second line for the varsity.
Malkowski picks it up off the back wall. Now Baki's got a handle on it. She gets pulled down, and Two Rivers is going to go shorthanded again.
So that's just fighting for the puck, right? Your stick gets tied up behind you, but you just have that effort, keep that motor going, and that's what draws the penalty. So again, it's aggressiveness, right? And then getting that defender in the wrong position, get them out of position. That's where they draw those penalties from. And so you see a good example of that there by Bemidji. And boy, what was it? Baki that just misfired on the shot attempt, sliding across, just missed,
got in tight and
just outside the post. Good opportunity. Got the goalie out of position and got a shot on, or just off net.
So Pemberton, Knutson, and Grand out there. Winkler and Frank on D, and they're going to get it all the way up ice. Where Frank will go get it. Frank tries to hit Knutson. Spins her around, but Knutson gets it into the offensive zone. Tries to dish for Grand. Grand got it.
Oh, boy.
On the net. Winkler now picks it up. Off the crossbar.
Walk in there.
So the Jacks starting to get a lot of action going here. Winkler, that's another save by the goalie. Back to Frank.
You got space.
Knutson out front.
Oh, it went off her own.
Just couldn't get out of the way. Hit her right in the center of the back. And Frank's going to wrap it around the wall here. Pemberton to pick it up.
Minute remaining in the power play.
Pemberton 1-on-2. Out to Frank. Shot blocked by Two Rivers. Pemberton with it.
Yeah, she couldn't quite get a handle on the puck quick enough.
Winkler with a shot. That gets blocked by the deep. Skate to stick. She goes. Didn't get much on that one.
Two Rivers getting real tired here. Bemidji can take advantage of that. They're in the offensive zone, right? Their bench is just in this zone as well.
Starting to change here. Baki gives it over to Winkler, then to Frank. Frank shot. That one goes wide. Out front. Oh, what a leg pad save.
Wow. That
Baki
was almost
denied.
over it. Look at this. This line for Two Rivers has been stuck out here for this entire 2 minutes of this power play for
Larson
Bemidji.
out there now.
Desperately in need of a clear.
Kept in by Baki. Baki to Larson. Larson gets too low. Grant tries to center.
Get there.
Frank just able to keep it in. Grant's the only one that hasn't changed. Now Frank's out. Grant's out. Malkowski comes out.
Yeah, Two Rivers still stuck on the ice.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Kept in by O'Brien. Yeah, Two Rivers is bone tired here. Over to Malkowski.
Yeah, the only one with fresh legs was the one that sat in the penalty box for 2 minutes.
And they're finally able to get it out. Second period, though,
Push
long
up ice.
change. Melcher throws it up ice to Baki. They get at least one body changed. Baki making a move to the slot. Dishes it back to Larson with a nice pass. Larson gets it on net.
Whew.
And finally, Two Rivers gets a whistle.
They got to feel good getting out of there. They were just stuck in their own zone for that entire power play. And then some.
Lots a minute, yeah.
And Lumberjacks, just peppering the net with shots and had some good opportunities, just couldn't quite get the puck there. And they had one in which the goaltender had a great leg pad save.
Back to O'Brien. Low shot. Malkowski sent it over the top. Baki did the old spinorama.
And what a good thought there for Malkowski in front of the crease. Goes for the backhander up high as the goaltender's down low. Just sent it too high.
2-on-1 for Two Rivers on to O'Brien. Shot. Nice block by O'Brien. She gives the girl the old crunch and munch. And now Novak has it. She dishes it over to Baki. Baki onto the backhand. Melcher pinch it in. And now Two Rivers trying to get past Malkowski. Nice steal by Baki. Baki gets tripped up again. Novak gives it over to Malkowski. Malkowski makes the move. Shot, just shot it wide
The
again.
defenseman tied up her stick, and it kind of threw off her shot. And when she finally got it free and the shot off, the puck went just wide of the post.
Kept in by Melcher. Two Rivers still just trying to get it out of the zone. Melcher pinching in again, but now it pops out. And Runnigan's going to have to go all the way back, pick it up, but it's icing. And we're going to get a face-off, looks like to the left of the Warriors goalie.
So when we talked about the first period, those kind of that first half where Bemidji looked just a bit off, right? They grew stronger as that first period went on. This whole entire first half of this second period has been all Bemidji.
All Jacks.
Yeah, you look at shots on goal. I don't think that Two Rivers has a shot in the second period.
Fuller
19-3 at this point.
turns, fires. That one goes a little wide. Pemberton, Fuller, Larson are out there. Runnigan throws it towards the net. That one's kicked to the corner for Pemberton with it. She gets Runnigan. Runnigan over to Larson, who just couldn't get the handle on it. And here comes Two Harbors trying to break out. Nice job going skate to stick there by 20. Frank tries to wrap it up the wall.
Yeah, Two Rivers comes from St. Paul. Is that what?
Mendota Heights.
Mendota Heights,
which
okay.
is kind of a suburb of St. Paul,
Yeah.
I would say. Pemberton dishes it up to Fuller, who's now 1-on-3 going wide. She'll wrap it in. Nice play. Malkowski's now out there. Stolen away by Knutson. Over to Malkowski.
What a tough play. She grabbed that while skating backwards and had to transition back to the forehand.
Tipped up. Fuller tries to get it with the hand. Malkowski's going to grab it. And we're going to get a hand pass. Fair call.
You know, and also you look at how much time that Two Rivers has spent in their own zone. Doug, they're going to go with a goalie change here as well, but I got to give credit to their defense, right? I mean, they've given up a ton of shots, but not clean, not easy shots, you know, and then when they do make it on the goaltender, she's done a good job of making the save. I would bet that this goalie change has nothing to do with performance, and it's more so just their plan coming into it.
Splitting the time.
To split it about in half. We're just past the halfway point in this hockey game.
So O'Brien behind her own net. She's going to try and get up to Grand. That hits a Two Rivers skater. Two Rivers with a shot right in the old breadbasket. First shot of the period, so good to know Byron's not sleeping on the job.
Yeah, she got a good look at that one, able to square up.
So 6:38, so that's what, 8:22 into the period. Face off just to the left of O'Brien, or Byron, excuse me.
I would say 17-minute periods. Isn't the varsity's
No,
17?
it's 15 this weekend.
Oh, for the
Just for
tournament,
the
it's
JV.
15? Oh, okay.
Varsity was still 17.
Got it. Okay.
Malkowski steals. Got Grand with her. Malkowski, she wants to go all the way. Shot, saved by the goalie.
And I think their forwards got just a little too deep on that. They both went up, and nobody really trailed. And so as that rebound popped back out, it came behind all three of them.
Here come the Warriors one-on-one against O'Brien. Nice poke check by O'Brien.
And it came in a
Grand
spot
gives
that
it over to Malkowski.
forced Two Rivers offside, so they had to get off the puck.
Malkowski spins. Tip, saved by the goalie. That one comes out to Winkler. Nice stop there by Winkler at the blue line. Warriors looking to bust out of the zone here. And that one goes all the way up ice and looks like it's going to curl on net. No, went wide left.
Yeah.
It was really turning.
The puck was on its side and had a lot of curl on it. It was like they swept it over.
One of my
the corner.
favorite sports to play. You ever curled?
I have, yeah. That is fun. Yeah, very awkward learning how to come out of the hack.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Lots of strategy. I love the strategy. Pemberton, Fuller, and Novak here. Pemberton loose, tries to send it to Fuller on the one-timer, and it goes, looked like it might have been saved by the goalie. Back around net. Fuller spins again, trying to find a little space. Forgot about the puck there for a second. Novak tries to give it over to Fuller. Now that's going to be Melcher to throw it up ice. Fuller taking a whack, shoots. Good save by the goalie. Nice low shot there. You don't always have to do the bar down.
I mean, if you can force a rebound, right? And so that, yeah, if you can get that about shin height on the goaltender, you're making it less likely for them to be able to make the save, and that rebound's going to kick out.
That pad, or the Byron looking for it.
She doesn't know where it is.
She's not. That's where the goalie just slides herself out of the net, make sure it's not in. So, yeah, if you can throw it off those the leg pads of the goalie, that puck will bounce a long way. 4:31 to go here in the second. 21-5, the House has the shots. Jack's trying to go behind their own net here. That's Frank. Frank making a move. Drops it to Fuller. Fuller shoots just wide. Novak gets it over towards the wall. Frank's going to be the first one there. I like that hustle. Baki comes in hot off the bench. And now Melcher's going to fetch it up over on the other side. She gives it over to Malkowski. Tried to center to get a shot off, and now that one's going to come all the way up ice and likely get us a whistle.
Yep. Bemidji's done a good job. We talked about at the halfway point of controlling play, and they've just kept on it. So, almost throughout the entire period, you're doing great, just connecting and holding the offensive zone and just, throwing pucks on net, but just having trouble getting a good quality shot on net, or the defense for Two Rivers getting in and getting a stick on it or getting a leg on it.
Tell you what, all these shots is still 1-0. One rush the wrong way here, and the Warriors are right back in it.
Yep. Yeah, 22-5, so only 2 shots on net for Two Rivers in the period.
Malkowski, Baki, and Grand, it looks like here. Grand
didn't hold it far enough.
Tried to tip it out to the point. O'Brien to Malkowski is getting a little real estate, building up ahead of steam, but now lost it to a Warrior. And they throw it up ice. Chip it into the offensive zone. O'Brien will pick it up. She throws over to Grand. Grand tried to hit Baki. That got denied. And now Runnigan's going to try the near wall. But it comes out to the point. That one was lost by Malkowski. She didn't really know where it went.
Yeah, it went all the way out to center, right where you want it, but she didn't quite notice. And then she also got tied up with Two Rivers right away at center as well.
Malkowski's going to got Baki with her. Dumps it. Oh, Baki denied. Man, good save by the goalie. Back to O'Brien, shoots it low and hard. Back to O'Brien. Nice stop there at the point. She gives it back to Malkowski. Shallow angle. Boy, Malkowski and Baki have just been getting.
Yep. You could tell they play together a lot. Again, they're the forwards on that second line on varsity, along with Berge.
And here comes the Warriors, 2-on-2. Got by O'Brien, out front, saved by, and a goal.
She hit it out of the air, so the rebound popped up into the air, and she had help just in front of the crease, and she did a good job of just playing some softball and hitting that puck out of the air with her stick. You can do that, not above your waist. And able just to poke back in. Yeah, just like you mentioned, Doug, shots on goal 24-7 in favor of Bemidji, heavily outshooting Two Rivers, but, just nursing that 1-0 lead. Two Rivers gets the equalizer, and suddenly we're tied up at 1.
And here they come again, gain the blue line. from the dot. Nice play by Frank there. Up ice to the point. Looking for the tip. Larson will be the first one there. She hits Fuller, who now gets Pemberton with it. Larson giving a whack at it. And this one comes back to Winkler. Pemberton over to Larson here. Larson hits Fuller again. Fuller's going to throw it in deep, go off for a change. 1:14 left here in the second. Bemidji would love a buzzer beater again. This will be Frank to gather it up. Frank hits Novak, who gets it tipped off her stick. Grand will keep it in. Grand will do the same here. 43 to go. And the Warriors trying to pick it up, come through center. That'll be picked up by Frank. He's going to wrap it off the wall to Novak. Novak still driving with it. 21 to go. Over to Grand. Grand tries to make a step with it. Knutson throws it towards the net. It's loose.
It's behind her.
And they just got it.
The puck was loose behind the goaltender in front of the net, but she's able to spin back around and cover before the Lumberjacks can jump on top of it. Couple of opportunities. They had another one similar like that in that first period. Yeah, just snake bitten in regards to putting points on the board.
9.8 to go here, and then we'll get a resurface. Face off here, going to be controlled by the Warriors. 2-on-1 against Frank. Nice job by Frank there with 1 to go, and that's going to be the end of the second. So at the end of 2, 1-1, the Warriors come up with a big goal here late in the second. And for now, we're going to get a quick intermission. I don't think the Jacks really need to do anything different. They're playing well.
They are playing well. Yeah, you know, they came out a little slow out of the gate in that first period, but ever since that first half, they've settled in and done a really good job of just controlling play. You know, shots on goal, 25-7. That is really indicative of what we've seen, you know, in the offensive zone. Unfortunately, 1-1. It does not represent what we've seen. A
stat we don't keep, but they do in the NHL, is those high danger chances.
Sure.
And I would say of those 25, 8 or 9 of those were high danger right in front of the goalie.
Gosh.
I mean, where
I'd say
one-timers, tips.
I'd say at least 3. I mean, if you've got a person standing in the right spot, it's an easy, tap-in goal.
Yeah.
And, credit to Two Rivers. Their defense, not giving up easy shots on Bemidji and on their goal that they get here in the second period. That wasn't an easy play either. That rebound popped up into the air, and then she was able to hit it with her stick out of the air.
So there's 2 shots on that one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, good for them. So we got ourselves a good one here, folks. 15 minutes left here to go. We're going to get a resurface. Good time to go get those snacks and beverages, and we'll be back at you in a few minutes here, everybody. Hang tight. All right, hockey fans, as you can see, the girls are back out on the ice. And our refs are finally going to come on as well, but girls are back out on the ice. 25 seconds here. Sure, they'll still give them a little bit of a time to warm up, but both teams. Nice thing they're doing here, TJs, I like the full 15-minute intermission. They give them that couple minutes so they know when to actually come out rather than, hey, Zamboni's done.
Right.
Come on back out.
Yep. Or just hammering on the buzzer. Get out of here.
Time is money. Let's go, people.
But they've got enough time in between the games, too, just with the schedule here. Sometimes, especially in youth hockey, they're trying to cram in so many games, and they don't leave a lot of room for a game that goes to overtime or some kind of a stop. And then pretty soon, those evening games, now they're an hour behind. So everything's been on time.
Like the low-pressure situation here.
Yeah, 2 rinks here at New Hope Arena. So it's the host team is Armstrong Cooper, so Robbinsdale Armstrong. They play in the Northwest Suburban Conference in the Twin Cities area.
Somebody was telling me that the Mighty Ducks film was filmed here.
You know
about that?
I heard someone say that as well. I thought that was at the Edina Arena. Was that Braemar?
Or Braemar.
That's where I thought they did it. I did see a billboard over there that talked about the history of New Hope Ice Arena. I was going to check on there and see what it said.
So Pemberton, Fuller, Larson, Lossing, and O'Brien on defense. So Lossing joining the team here on defense. And that one gets thrown all the way in here, and that's going to be icing on the Warriors. And we'll take it down into the offensive zone here. So still the same lines here. Face off to the left of the Warrior goalie. Won by the Warriors. They try to throw it up ice. Lossing's going to pick it up. Gives it over to Fuller. Fuller tries to center. Now goes back to the back wall. Lossing's going to pinch in again. Nice job there. Now back out to the point. Lossing makes a step. Center ice. Rebound. Gets thrown to the net, and we get another whistle. So the Jacks are going to change up. Both teams are going to change up both lines.
Yeah, we had Wongberg and George in the first period, and then in the second period was Baki. It was 10 and 18.
Malkowski.
Yeah, Malkowski. Callie.
So Runnigan playing center, on this line. So we might only have the one varsity player. Oh, Swanberg's out there. So Swanberg and Lossing are the two that come down here. Swanberg trying to get somewhere with it. Now here comes the Warriors. Nice back check by Knutson. I love a good back check.
Yeah.
Frank tries to wrap it around to Winkler. Winkler over to Swanberg. Back to Frank. Frank in tight quarters, just down her way around. Gains the blue line, but now it pops out. Again, Knutson working hard, getting back. That one goes off Byron, wasn't quite sure where it went. And Frank again, she's going to tip it up to Knutson. And Knutson's going to turn.
Yeah, good job from behind, just being able to lift up the stick of that Warrior defender or forward.
Runnigan and Knutson go off. Nice job by Grand there. Larson on the chase. Shot. That one high up on Byron. So Two Rivers coming out strong here to start. This one's going to be played and wrapped around the near wall. Kept in by Lossing. She tries to throw it in deep. And that one's going to come up ice and get us another whistle.
Pace the game just a little bit slower coming out here in the third.
So Pemberton, Grand, Larson. Pemberton wins it. Back to Melcher. Melcher got the shot out, but it got blocked by the defense. And this will be Lossing to grab it behind her own net. She does the quick spinorama. She wants to go for a skate. Lossing getting pestered from behind, gets the shot off. Blocker save. That one looked like it was last minute. Melcher throws it in deep where Larson's going to go get it. Birthday girl from yesterday, Rylan Larson, turning 15. I think most girls like birthday weekends or weeks, don't they?
Yeah. Well, my bride goes for a birthday month.
I guess I should count my blessings. Mine's only a week. Knutson shoots high into the shoulder.
Rebound never came out. Good job of the goaltender there for the Warriors, gobbling that up. Bemidji was in position, waiting for that puck to drop. But kind of been tail of the game for Bemidji with that second chance attempt. You know, it may be there, but Bemidji either in the wrong spot or the goaltender just takes it away quickly.
Knutson to O'Brien. O'Brien shoots it into the leg of a Warrior. And that one's going to get all the way in, and O'Brien might be getting a penalty here.
It is.
Looked like a hook. Yep. So in the third, O'Brien going up for hooking.
Yeah, just a little bit trying to catch back up into the play. O'Brien always very aggressive there on the defense. And, you know, sometimes you want to make up for that. And
if you're a step behind and you're moving your stick a lot, you're going to draw some attention. Face off to the right of Byron here. So your killers are Larson, Fuller, Winkler, and Frank. Winkler throws it up ice. Didn't get a lot of mustard on it, though. Fuller will. There you go. That's how you launch it. And here come the Warriors the other way again. Larson tries to slow him down. Warriors trying to drive the slot. Frank doesn't quite get it out. Shot, save Byron. Puck still loose. Centering pass, and Byron will put the mitt down and say, give me a whistle.
You know, and it's not a surprise coming on the power play, but that was the most kind of sustained pressure that Two Rivers has been able to put together there in the offensive zone since way back early in the first period.
Yeah, 3 shots here early in the first 4 minutes. Another one. Byron puts it in the mitt.
Just reset, do it again.
Swanberg, Knutson, Lossing, and Runnigan out here. Gets tipped off her stick. Swanberg is going to go for a skate. Dishes it off to Runnigan. Runnigan shoots. Oh, sent it just wide left. Knutson, along with Runnigan, in there deep.
Yeah, Runnigan, a defenseman, so that found herself kind of behind everybody, had some open ice in front of her.
Lossing's going to chip it into the offensive zone. Now Knutson in on the chase.
Again, Two Rivers stuck on the power play here. Bemidji shorthanded, kind of holding the offensive zone.
Runnigan picks it up. Lossing throws it towards the net. That gets intercepted. And now the Warriors throw it up ice, the arms up, and now waved off. Runnigan with the spinorama.
Oh.
Bit of a whiff on the exit pass. That one comes out to the point. Picked off by Runnigan, and she'll throw it all the way up ice with 3 ticks left on the O'Brien hooking penalty. Both teams back at full strength. So Grand, Fuller, Larson out there. Nice job by Melcher driving her wide. And that was Frank Fuller. Scott Larson feeds her. Oh, tips it just maybe out of reach. She's going to throw it back to center. That gets blocked by the defense. Tried to center again. Goes back to Fuller behind the net. Back over to Larson. Tries to get it out to Grand. Oh, and they tried to get it back to Frank, and that's just going to pop out of the zone here. 8:48 to go here. Frank's on the loose. She leaves it to Larson. It's been Frank's style today is that drop pass. Fuller in the slot, into the mitt. That one might have missed if it got by.
Yeah, she's trying to go short side with it, and I think you're right. I think it was going to be just outside the post, but the goaltender sliding to her left, able to get their glove on it and hold.
It would have been close, but I think it might have hit the pipe and gone away. All right, so for the Jacks, Swanberg, Runnigan, Novak, Lossing, and O'Brien. Novak tying up her winger. Runnigan on the chase, back to Swanberg. Who's going to get it over to Novak? Back to Lossing. Lossing over to O'Brien. Nice firm pass. O'Brien walking it in. Shoots low. I heard it get saved. And that one should be kept in by Lossing. Again over to O'Brien. Ooh, good thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that was
that center
Swanberg.
read that pass for Two Rivers kind of perfectly. He was able to poke it, get it back out to center.
That went to Novak. Goes through some skates, and up ice it goes.
That might go on net.
Forced to be played by Byron. Gives it over to O'Brien, who lost the handle.
Yeah, Warriors.
That one goes on ice, and Byron says, give me a whistle.
Yeah, and that's good because the Warriors switched up on that, so they brought on 3 fresh skaters. Bemidji was on the back end of that shift, and with the no icing, they were on some tired legs, and so it's a good cover there just to be able to switch up for the Bemidji.
Right out front, nice save by Byron. Winkler lost the handle. Nice job cleaning that up by Frank. Full will be the one over along the wall. She's going to chip it up and into the box.
And they'll probably be back in the zone.
Fuller throwing the puck to the ref, saying sorry to her teammate. Looks like Swanberg. Face off to the left of Byron. Warriors from behind the net. Puck still loose. Now Frank's got it. Frank's going to go for a skate here. And she lost the handle. Warriors chip it up ice. Winkler, good job at stopping that, or the Warriors are going to be on a home free. This will be picked up by Grand. She'll throw it up ice to Fuller. Fuller going to try the long way. Shot off the back wall. Knutson hot off the bench. Back to Lossing. Tipped up ice for Fuller. Fuller dishes it over. Swanberg. Fuller off on a change. This will be picked up by Runnigan. Runnigan driving in 1-on-5. Kept in by Melcher. She throws it over to Swanberg. The Warriors looking to stretch it out. Nice little poke check by Melcher. And here they come again. Lossing. Just able to get it out of the zone. Knutson, if she hurries. She's got helpers. Tries to pass it over to Swanberg. Puck's loose. Just got to keep that pressure up. 5:26 to go. Melcher with another good stick. Swanberg to herself. That gets intercepted. And this one comes over to Lossing. Lossing 1-on-1. She's got just a little bit of time. Oh, just wide.
Goes between the defender's skates.
That's always a tough one for goalies. Pemberton's right there. And the goalie says, give me a whistle.
Oh, boy. Just snake bitten for much of this game for Bemidji. A palindrome for the shots on goal, 31-13.
Pemberton, Larson, Fuller, O'Brien, and Frank here. This one controlled by Frank. Comes up ice to O'Brien, up to Larson. Now picked off by Frank again. Frank lost the handle. Warriors driving on the backhand. Played now by Frank. She throws it up ice. Warriors, looking for the one-timer on the backhand. Larson leaves over for O'Brien. O'Brien does the old spinorama. Back over to Larson. Larson hits Fuller, who's going to try and split the D, but now she's going to go wide. Called good at the line here. Bemidji changed up one. Runnigan's out. Frank's going to go in there and pitch. Actually, it's going to be Runnigan to get to it first. Fuller's in there. She steals. Two Harbors whiffed on the pad, or not Two Harbors, Two Rivers. All right, Frank's going to go gather it up. 3:36 to go here. Here comes Frank, one on a bunch. Leaves it. Swangberg tries to rip, blocked.
One-timer, right in the body.
That had to hurt. Swangberg still with it. Lossing hot off the bench. She goes in for the steal. Oh, Brian's got to be the first one there. Swanberg, if she can get around, she's got to jump onto the backhand, looking for the forehand. Drop pass, Runnigan shoots. That gets blocked and saved by the goalie.
Oh, boy, what a play. Swanberg, able to get back up to that puck. She catches it and gets just a great pass, drops it back between the circles. But again, Two Rivers just getting a stick on that shot attempt for the Lumberjacks. And so this Warriors defense doing a great job defensively, just getting sticks on pucks, legs on pucks, bodies on pucks. Remember back in the first period, the puck was loose in the crease, and Bemidji was just about to shoot it, and then the defender for Two Rivers came in and lifted the stick, able to just get that last little effort, and that's the only thing that prevented that goal. And so seen a lot of that tonight here for Two Rivers. So 32-13, Bemidji really out shooting the Warriors, but boy, just
1-1, still your score.
Yeah.
We got timeout Bemidji here. So Coach Maggie bringing the troops over, get a plan here for the last 2:53.
And that second period, Two Rivers, they must have only got about 4 shots on net in the whole period, and that's when they got their goal.
Well, they had 7 to start, so they're at 6.
Yeah.
I do not know what the overtime rules are here in the tournament.
I don't either. So, but it'll probably be just regular. Well, the varsity would be the regular state high school league overtime rules, I would guess.
Good guess.
Yeah. In which.
Well, let's hope the girls come
the
out,
JV,
put one in the twine, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and typically for the JV games, in the regular season, they'll go ahead and just end in a tie, so they won't do an overtime.
But we've got some tiebreakers here, being it's a tournament. Who's going to be the 1 seed? So Bemidji won yesterday. So called they got 2 points. A tie would be 3. The other team they lost. So they're going to have some tiebreaker to see which of these two teams would go be the number 1 seed versus the number 2.
Yeah, Bemidji,
that could be goal differential.
5-3 victors yesterday, I think, in the JV game. I don't know what Two Rivers did in their game yesterday.
So the coach putting out a squad here. Pemberton, Larson, Fuller, Winkler, and Lossing. 2:53 to go here. Two Rivers has the puck behind their own net. Fuller goes in there to pressure. And here they come skating hard. Coming through center. Nice job by Larson. Pemberton. Larson steals. She's going wide, trying to find some room. Gets the shot off. Oh, just barely
it looked
over
like that
the
was
crossbar.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to go over the shoulder and under the crossbar, but stayed just a little bit too high.
Larson getting pinched in the corner. Pemberton in there to help. What a shot by Larson. That missed by very little. Shot out front. Winkler decides not to pinch. That was probably a good idea. 2:11 to go. Shot. Byron puts it in the mitt and says, give me a whistle.
Feeling a lot of pressure here in the stands just for everybody, right? Because it seemed like Two Rivers was about to get an odd man rush going up ice, and then Bemidji was able to clog it at center, and then Larson coming back in and getting that shot off. Immediately took momentum back away.
Puck's down here. It's picked up by Frank. Frank gets knocked off her stick. Frank gets pulled down. No call. Over to Swanberg. From the dot. Shot. That goes wide. Frank's still with it here. She tries to chip it up and out. 1:42 to go. Runnigan picks it up. Good at the line. Picked up by Knutson. Knutson still there.
So much traffic.
Here comes Two Rivers. Trying to get by O'Brien. Does, but the puck goes in too deep. Here comes Frank the other way. She's going to tip it to herself. Goes in a little bit deep. Larson off the bench. Over to Larson for the one-timer. Just looks like the goalie got a piece of it. And that goes all the way up, and that should be icing on Two Rivers. That'll get us a whistle with 56.4 to go here.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see another timeout at all.
So Frank, Lossing, Fuller, Grand, and Larson. 56.4. That one's pulled back by Two Rivers. Lossing shoots off the blocker. Fuller with a nice hustle.
Good back check.
Just trying to get it out of the zone here. Tied up in the feet. From the top of the circle, shot, tipped. That goes wide to Byron. 32 to go. This one's over to Larson. She hits Fuller. It's got Grand with her. Over to Grand and just out of Grand's reach. This one's going to be back. Lossing's going to try and pinch. 16 to go. And that one's going to come up ice. Frank with it. To Lossing, 9 to go.
Oh.
Hits Larson. And that's going to wrap it up with 3-2. So we're going to finish regulation in a tie, 1-1. Fuller's goal early in the second.
Well, looks like they're going to...
Scored one, and looks like we are going to play some more here.
Yeah. Maybe do another...
And then number 14
for
Two Rivers late in the second. Has us 1-1. So we got a 3-minute intermission here. A good game. Both coaches going to try and come up with some plan here. I'm wondering, since we can't end in a tie, if this is the tiebreaker, they might have to play it till somebody scores. I guess we'll find out. We don't know what the overtime rules are.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of tiebreaker rules.
Or maybe it's 5 minutes and then a shootout. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. We're going to go see if we can get something that's got the rules on it. All right, TJ, if you're Coach Maggie there, what's your message here?
You just stay exactly doing what you're doing. Yeah, sustain pressure and keep throwing shots on net. They can't do anything different, Doug.
Yeah.
They're getting quality shots on net, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. There's nothing to change up. They're not giving up very many opportunities to Two Rivers either.
So true. Shots on the board here, 33-14 in favor of the Jacks. Let's see, I got to change. Not very often do I get to change these.
8-minute, 5-on-5, sudden death overtime.
That answers that question.
Yeah.
But what she doesn't say is, what if it's still tied?
Yeah. I found the website, but I'm not finding. Got the brackets. I'm not finding the tournament rules, though.
1:04 left in the break here.
JV won this tournament last year.
Good for them. All right.
The varsity won it in 23. I know that the varsity wanted to get like in 19 or something, 19 or 20. I was down here with Tariana as she played. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the rules.
By the looks
But it's
of
got to go through. These are Minnesota State High School League sanctioned games, right? So they go into their MSHSL standings and things. So it would go off of the
might
regular.
Finish as a tie.
Yeah, it would.
And then now this is for seeding in the tournament. So officially this could be a tie. But they're playing on for, call it fun, for the tournament rules.
Yeah.
By the looks of the one standing out on the bench here, O'Brien and Frank on D. Oh, actually, we got 3D out there. Byron's in her net. Jacks are now switching as if this was the second period, so long change for everybody. Jacks will be going right to left on your TV. The Warriors going left to right. Jacks say they're ready. So Frank and O'Brien, Pemberton, Fuller, Larson.
Says the tiebreaker might be most periods won. The team that won more periods.
Interesting. So the Warriors throw it in deep into the Bemidji zone here. This one's going to get picked up by Larson, who just lost the handle. Frank goes down in a heap as well. Out to the point.